Good afternoon, I'm Marian Ali and you're watching News 5 at noon. Let's get you up to speed with the latest stories making headlines today. Elvia Stain, founder of Elvia's Kitchen in San Pedro, passes away. Off to a rocky start, Chesa Williams discusses murders in 2025. Is Jamaican traveler Christopher McIntyre putting on an act? And Cattle Landing residents want Digicel Tower relocated amid health concerns. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
I'm Brittany, one of the newest faces around here. My stories are heartfelt and bring a fresh perspective. On the job, there is no challenge too great. Flooded highways, raging fires, or asking tough questions. My determination and willingness to connect with people help to deliver stories that put you, our viewers, at the forefront of issues. My motto: accurate, timely, and relevant. I am News 5.
Welcome back. Elvia Stain, a beloved figure in Belize's tourism and hospitality industry, has passed away at 93. She was the driving force behind Elvia's Kitchen, one of San Pedro's most popular restaurants. Her love for Belize's cuisine, warm hospitality, and dedication to community touched the hearts of many. In 2009, her incredible contributions were recognized with the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Belize Tourism Board. And in 2022, Elvia's Kitchen was named Restaurant of the Year, showcasing the lasting legacy she created.
From then, she got the passion of cooking, and after she married my dad, she used to work for the Blakes, and she used to cook for them. And also, when my brothers were growing up, they used to sell tamales, bread. Like, they would take orders and take bread to the San Pedranos' homes. And from then, the idea came about of Chichi being mom, being such a lover of the culinary art from a young age. She started what was called Burger Isle in 1976. And from then, she and Dad used to do burgers first, and what was left over of the patties, because we didn't have refrigeration, the best refrigeration then, they used to make the amount of bread that was left and patties, and Dad used to take it at the front. I used to go with him certain nights on weekends until the burgers were done. Then we came back right after, they had dance and stuff by Big Daddies. And I was just a very young child. And from then, Elvis started growing, so that's how they started. Dad was a fisherman, and they started with fish and chips, and that's the way it grew. And it became Elvis Kitchen after that. From 19 years old, I started cooking and working for her as any other cook. But like her, I had the same passion, and as a young child, I saw her cooking. I saw her making cakes for Christmas. And every Christmas, she used to bake for all the wealthy people in San Pedro, make Christmas cakes. And I just watch her cook, blanco, tamales. And she just evolved from there. And from there is what we have now, which is Elvis Kitchen.
Less than 2 weeks into 2025, Belize has already seen 3 murders. Over the past 2 years, the Belize Police Department has worked hard to keep the annual murder count below 100. While this is significant achievement, Commissioner of Police Chesa Williams admits it hasn't been easy, as many murders catch law enforcement off guard. On Wednesday, following the shocking midday murder of Giovanni Ramirez in Belize City, Williams shared his thoughts on the challenges they face.
Well, if we look at the murders that occurred, the one in Turniff, I don't see what police could have done to prevent that. The one in Hopkins yesterday, again, what could the police do? And this one again today. So while yes, we're at 3 murders so far this year, it is 3 murders too much, certainly yes. But again, I don't think that the public would unreasonably say that it is due to lack of policing efforts. We can't prevent everything, and we do hope that people do exercise some patience, adjust their attitudes, and always try to resolve conflicts by other means other than the use of lethal force. And that's what we have been pushing through LIU, through our police interventions, and through the interventions done by Brother Nori.
Commissioner of Police Chesa Williams has fired back at accusations of police brutality made by Jamaica national Christopher McIntyre. McIntyre, who landed in Belize on New Year's Eve, claims that after being denied entry due to issues with his travel documents, he was detained for several days instead of being sent back home. He also alleges that during his detention, he was physically assaulted by the police. Adding fuel to the fire, a video of McIntyre's detention has been circulating on social media, showing him falling to the ground and being hauled back to his feet by officers. However, Williams has dismissed these claims, stating that McIntyre is merely putting on an act.
I am wondering if he's really from Jamaica. I think he's more like from Hollywood, because he really put off a show. Following the interview I saw that he did along with his attorney, I tasked Professional Standard Branch to conduct an investigation into the matter. And that investigation was done, during which they were able to retrieve the video footages from the airport. They also interviewed and recorded statements from a number of persons who were around. And I can tell you, I personally saw the video footages that were retrieved, and it clearly shows him, the video don't have any audio, but it shows him acting boisterous. You can see the gesticulations that he was doing, clearly indicating that he was being boisterous. He was then being taken to a room, and on the way to the room that he was being taken to, he threw himself on the ground. Right? Nobody touched him. He threw himself to the ground, and when he threw himself to the ground, the police officer picked him up to some extent and pulled him into the room. And that was it. We have also recorded statements from those people who were in the room, and neither of them confirmed the police beating him or touching him. If a matter of fact, they made it emphatically clear that no one hit him. He was acting out because he missed his flight, and the police, as far as we're concerned, exercised extreme care, extreme caution, and applied our policy in terms of de-escalation in dealing with the matter. So when he said that he was doing nothing and the police came from nowhere and punched him, he's lying. And again, I know that much has been said about the police in the public in respect of this matter. The police have been persecuted, convicted, and condemned for it. We are now going to release the truth and let the public be the judge from there. And I hope that some of those persons who have crucified the police will be able to apologize for what they have said about the police.
It would seem that he was aware there was any security cameras around it.
Perhaps, but the man can go to Hollywood. He's a very good actor. Right? And the thing is, the unfortunate thing about it is that I had said to Commander PSB that we were going to charge him for mischievous act. But when we found out he left the country on Monday, so we will not be able to charge him because he have already left the country.
And in the small southern community of Cattle Landing, Toledo District, 88 residents have banded together to sign a petition urging Village Council Chairman Waluko Mejia to move Digi's cell tower. Back in December 2024, they penned a letter to Mejia, also sending copies to the Prime Minister, the area representatives for Toledo East and West, the head of the project management at Digi, and BTL's Legal and Regulatory Affairs Department. The residents are upset because they feel they were left in the dark about the tower being set up at the community center. They have several reasons for their petition. First, they claim there was no proper consultation or vote among the villagers, especially those living closest to the tower who are most affected. They're also worried about potential health risks from tower radiation. Concerns backed by multiple respected environmental research publications from the U.S. and other countries, including the National Library of Medicine and the National Institute of Health. Residents of Cattle Landing have heard from their neighbors in San Jose and Yemery Grove that Digi plans to install cell towers in their communities, but these towers will be placed more than half a mile away from the nearest homes. This distance is well beyond the recommended safe distance of 500 meters to avoid potential harmful radiation effects. That wraps up our midday news brief. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the news in full at 6 p.m. and don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest news. Have a great afternoon.